again, and this is something that I'm telling you, and I see it out there. I read it out there, and I'm not talking about necessarily on our boards, but on other boards. You talk to fanboys about how women are treated, they react. They get pissed about it. They're like, why are you getting on us about this? And
well, you know what happens? That's people who are ignorant and don't understand really what's going on. When they don't understand something, they lash out at you.
They lash out. Guys, in comics in general, women are treated pretty cruddy. They're objectified, they're disrespected, they're treated pretty crappy. So that's why...
Just pick up a Bendis book.
Yeah.
Any Bendis book will do.
Which is, again, to me, I just don't get, because Bendis writes women so well in his other books, in Powers and all his other stuff. So that's why I get hypersensitive when I see this crap, okay? You know, this is just too symbolic of what's going on in comics. Am I saying that you should eliminate violence against women in comics altogether? Well, you know, no. Just give me some balance to it. Mm-hmm. You know, show me women being heroes as much as victims, and then we can start offsetting that. If I can't ask for that in the real world, which unfortunately looks like you can't sometimes, at least give it to me in the imaginary world that I escape to every week. Women, pure and simple, do not get treated equally in comics. And it's about time in the 21st century that kind of stuff's got to stop.
All right, and you think that we would be past that, though.
You'd think.
But it's just not just the Bendis stuff, but it seems to be regressing, and I just don't understand where that comes from. Is it because people just don't, like, the fanboys just really don't care about that? Is it that they don't understand it? Which, personally, I think that, I'm not saying that fanboys are all idiots, but I think on a personal level, there's just something that doesn't, they can't connect the dots with what we're saying here. Except most of our viewers probably do understand completely what we're saying, because, like I said, we have some very intelligent viewers.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
And you know what? We wouldn't be having this discussion on here unless we knew that the guys in the women who watch these videos understand it. Because we could talk about this if we were any other channel. There'd probably be 50, it'd just be a flame war out there just ripping on us. But our commenters and viewers know better than that. And that's why I love this channel, and that's why I love our viewers, because we can actually have conversations like this, intelligent conversations, a back and forth, without jumping down each other's throats. So there's some kind of understanding.
Right.
And, you know, that just says a lot about you guys who are watching this. That we, you know, it's an equal footing here, and I love that.
To answer your original question, why is this so much? Why does it look like we're regressing? I think we, and I mean all of us, are putting too much of the boy in fanboy. We have to put a little more emphasis on the fan, on the art, on the story, on the medium, on what it can do, on how it can help us express ourselves, and take out so much of the juvenile aspect of comic books that, let's face it, people criticize comics for it. People will always consider comic books to be a juvenile form of entertainment as long as we allow this sort of juvenile attitude to be in the industry and in our books. Until we grow out of that, you know, maybe it's time for the fanboys to be fan men. I know I haven't coined that. Somebody else has used that. But we do need to focus more on more positive and more equal and more, let's just say, fair portrayals of both men and women in comics, and not objectify.
Right, and the new crop of Marvel writers and DC writers are going in that direction. Matt Fraction and Jeff Parker and Jonathan Hickman, very strong female protagonists in all of their books, and it's great.
And they don't write men with boobs.
Exactly.
They write women. They write women that you understand them as women, and not just women being all butch.
And to me, to see that in those three particular writers, there's much more out there doing it. It gives me some hope that at some point maybe the industry will get to that level. Especially with these guys. When these guys become the voice of the generation and the voice of comic books, when they replace, hopefully, Bendis and Loeb and those guys get up there, I think the comics industry is going to be a much better place to be. It's going to be much stronger. And everything is... I just think, hopefully, things will be more balanced.
And also we need more female creators. I mean, Gail Simone is the only named female writer on a named
Did you hear about that... the woman who writes the female occasional superheroine.com.
Yes. Yeah.
She Valerie, I can't remember her last name. I'm sorry, but she's actually going to go work for Marvel. She was writing a Cloak and Dagger miniseries.
Right.
Guess what? It's shelved now because Cloak and Dagger are going to be in the Dark X-Men. It was supposed to come out later this year, but now it's on hiatus. They shelved it because Cloak and Dagger are going to be in the Dark X-Men.
Why can't they do both?
I don't know.
So,
but that's speculation. I read that on Rich Johnston's board, but there is some semblance of truth there that this is what happened, because this Cloak and Dagger thing was announced a while ago, and she has been working on it, and it should be coming out, but it sounds like it might not come out this year because they're just using those characters in Dark X-Men, so she's getting put on the back burner with her artist.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I will say, I finally saw that artwork. Namor and Emma in charge of an X-Men team does sound kind of intriguing.
I don't think that's Emma Frost, though.
No? Mm-hmm. Oh, then that's stupid.
Well, if you look at the art again, I
thought it was Emma.
Well, she's got black eyebrows, so I think it might be the Black Queen.
Ooh, the Black Queen.
I think that's where that comes from.
All right.
So, but we'll talk more about Dark X-Men when it gets closer. When you get a little bit more information about it, because that's a whole other rant. Whole
other rant. So we'll end that on this. Thanks for bearing with us.
Or this on that.
Yeah, this on that. And as always, your comments are welcome here. You can always contact us here via the Comic Culture Warrior YouTube channel messaging system. And
I actually want to thank our viewers again for all of your lists that you put on your top heroes and villains.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. All you guys who made those lists, they were all different, all varying, and it was very interesting. Thank you for sharing all that stuff with us, because everyone's got their own heroes and villains, and it's awesome to see those different perspectives out there.
It is.
So everyone who posted those lists, thank you very much.
It's a treat reading the comments. It is. It's a real treat going onto the boards and seeing all the different conversations and comments that are going on. And even when there's spirited discussions and even when we disagree, it's always a treat, and we look forward to it. So until next time, we'll see you then.